Okay, number 19 says, which shows the fraction shown below as the sum of unit fractions, okay? So, remember, I have two key words in here. Sum means, I'm going to put here, the answer to an addition problem. Okay, so sum is the addition to, the sum is the answer to an addition problem, okay? My unit fractions, remember, a unit fraction is a fraction that has a 1 as your numerator, the 1 on top, okay? It can be any number on the bottom. It could be 8, it could be 7, it could be whatever. But a unit fraction has to have a 1 on the top, okay? So now we know that whenever they're giving us a number line, you have to label it, okay? Or else how are you supposed to know what numbers go on it? You need to label it. So if you look at this number line, it's a little different because we have a 1 here and we have a 2 here, okay? So I know that my 1, if I have a 1 here, that must mean that when I get to here, this point, I must have a whole fraction. And what I mean by whole fraction, I mean I have to have a fraction that has the same number on the top and the bottom. So like 5 over 5, or 6 over 6, or 7 over 7, okay? So if that's the case, let me just count up until I get to 1. So I mean, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to stop at the 1 because after the 1, I'm entering a whole new fractions, okay? So if I'm correct, the 1 should end at a fraction where the number on the top and the bottom are the same, okay? So I ended at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means this would be 1/4. This would be 2/4. This would be 3/4. And this would be 4 over 4. Now, I know that I'm right because 4 over 4 does equal 1 whole, okay? But now I got to this 1. So that means that since I got to 1, everything over here is going to be 1 and a fraction, okay? So I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so I'm going to count from 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So what I meant by what I said is I'm going to have 1 and 1 over 4. 2 and 1 over 4. Wait, whoops, my bad. I did that wrong. I'm going to have 1 and 1 over 4. 1 and 2 over 4. 1 and 3 over 4. And 1 and 4 over 4. Okay? Now you're probably thinking, well, Miss Martinez, why are we doing 1 here? Because since we have a 1 here, all the fractions here are going to be 1, 1/4, 1, 2/4, 1, 3/4, 1, 4 over 4. Now I know that I'm right because if I look closely at this fraction, 1 and 4 over 4, doesn't this make 2 wholes? Because 1 is already 1 whole. And 4 over 4, remember, that equals to 1 whole. So if I have 1 and 1, that's 2 wholes, okay? So now, if we notice, I have regular fractions here, but on this side, these are called mixed fractions. And if I look at my answers, I don't have any mixed fractions. So now, I need to convert these into mixed, I need to convert these, not this one, I need to convert these into regular fractions, okay? So I have 1 and I have 1 over 4, okay? If I convert this to a regular fraction, I'm going to do it over here. So I have 1 and 1 over 4. Remember, my first step is I'm going to do 4 times 1, okay? I'm multiplying these. I get 4. My second step is I'm going to do 4 plus 1. Okay, whatever I got from 1 times 4, I'm going to add it to my 1. And I get 5. Okay? Now, when you make your fraction, Your third step, remember, your 5 is gonna be your numerator. Your denominator, which is the 4, will stay the same. Okay, so now this 1 over 1 and 1 over 4 is actually gonna equal 5 over 4 now. Okay, so now this is my new fraction. Okay. Let me do the second one. Let me do 1 and 2 over 4, okay? So I'm going to make a line, and I'm going to put, now I have 1 and 2 over 4. Same thing. My first step, I'm going to do 4 times 1. I get 4. Okay, I multiplied these two. My second step is I'm going to take my 4, and I'm going to add it to my 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. My third step is my 6 is my numerator, my 4 will stay my denominator. So now I have 6 over 4 as my new fraction, okay? And my other one is, let me do it on this side. My other one is 1 and 3 over 4. Remember, my first step is I'm going to do 4 times 1. I get 4. My second step, I just multiplied these. My second step is I get my 4 and I add it to my 3. So 4 plus 3, I get 7. My third step is 7 is my numerator. My 4 stays my denominator. So now I have 7 over 4 here, okay? Okay, and my last fraction is 1 and 4 over 4. Remember, first step I do 4 times 1. I get 4. I just multiply these two. Second step is I take my 4 and I add it to my other 4. 4 plus 4, I get 8. My third step is I have 8 as my numerator. My 4 stays my denominator. So this one comes out to 8 over 4, okay? Again, I know that I'm right here because if you look, I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4 over 4, 5 over 4, 6 over 4, 7 over 4, 8 over 4, okay? They're all in order now. So now, go back to my question. It says, which shows the fraction shown below as a sum of this fraction? Okay, now, really pay attention to our number line. The red line stops here, okay? So I don't even need this fraction, okay? So it stops here. So let me see. I need to count how many 1/4 do I have, okay? I'm going to highlight them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So I know that this has to equal to 7 over 4. The one that says that is this one, and I should have 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, my answer will be B. Okay, the silly answers that we should know already is D. Okay, unit fractions are a fraction. These do not have fractions under them. There's no denominator, so it can't be D. My other silly one is 8. These are all 4s. Okay, these are all 4s. I don't have 8s. Okay, I don't know where these 8s come from. So nope. And C, I'm looking for 7 over 4. I only have 3 over 4. Okay, so no. Answer is B. So like I said, guys, remember when you get a number line, it's very, very, very important that you label it, okay? Because if you don't label it, how are you supposed to know the fractions or the numbers that are on there?